Good afternoon, everyone. I hope that you are safe from the infectious virus. As DSE is approaching, I would strongly advise you to stay at home or find somewhere that is safe enough for you to do your studies because there isn't much time left before the DSE. I understand that when you stay at home, you may come across a number of difficulties when you do your revisions. So therefore, I have been preparing a series of short clips, about 10 to 15 minutes in length each, so that you can serve them as a guidelines when you are doing your revisions. So let's start now. So for this first episode, I will be providing you an introductions and giving you some strategies, some study tactics on how to study these subjects. So when you study for this subject, you should have these basic materials available with you. First things, concept books. Secondly, the case studies. Thirdly, the past paper, and finally the notebook. For the case concept books and case studies, they have all been uploaded to a Google Drive, and the password has been sent out in the 6AD Liberal Study WhatsApp group, and the link to the Google Drive I have been putting it as the descriptions so that you can access to the electronic copy if you lost your physical copy, or you have put it at school and forget to take it back home for whatever reason. Okay. Other than the concept notes and case studies, you should have the past paper, of course, with the marking guidelines available with you when you do your study. And finally, you should be having a notebook or some papers so that you can immediately mark down the important concepts or the case or some examination skills. Okay, so these are the basic materials for your study. You may be wondering, oh, so many things to read over or to remember over, to study over. What should be my starting point? This is my advised study strategies. We'll start with globalizations. Then you go into Hong Kong today and modern China. After that, then you do personal growth. And finally, you do public health and energy and environment. Why are you doing this? Because for module 2, 3, and 4, Hong Kong today, modern China, and globalizations, they are most commonly appearing in DSE. Every year, there are at least 1 or 2 questions being set on each of these topics, and some of the topics may even be cross-modulars. So in order to prepare for your exam well, these 3 modules are the most crucial. And then why are we starting with globalizations? Because it's the easiest topic, straightforward. Okay, start with something easy before you give up on the difficult task. And after you do the 3 main modules, then you go to module number 1, personal growth. This topic, easy concept, not very difficult. The concepts that you have to study for this module is only very limited. Okay, but for this topic, most of the questions will be set cross-modular. So when you answer, for example, more Hong Kong today, when you talk about sense of identity, the development of social political participations, this would inevitably for you to use back some concept of personal growth. Okay, so when you revise module number 1, you should be able to do more to revising some of the key concepts of module 2 and 3 at the same time. And for last 2, they're just the applications. And usually those applications, the questions will inevitably involving concepts from module 2, 3, and 4. And I would strongly advise you to go over the entire syllabus in February. And after you go over all the syllabus once, and you do the past paper by topic, you should do the study for another time in March, so that you can keep your concept refreshed and then update the latest exam skills after finish your mock exam and get the feedback. And if time is available, I will advise you to spend the last week, okay, before the DSE. You spare about 2.5 days to revise for a third time, and then you look at some of the mock exam paper and some advice answer. So when you do the topic first, the starting points always remember with the concept notes, and then you choose some cases from your case study books to look at. And for each topic or each small unit from the modules, then after you finish studying the important concepts, then you do the past paper by topic. First with paper 1, then with paper 2. Because paper 2, the questions are more or less the same. And it's easy to handle the important skills. But for paper 1, the skills are changing every year. So I will advise you to put more emphasis on paper 1, and then paper 2 you pick some questions to try by topic. And if you want to have more practices, more papers, I've already providing a number of you. Furthermore, we'll be uploading in the coming few weeks, and we do some of the past papers, especially those questions that you do not perform well, or you are unfamiliar with. So each day, especially during this suspension period, I'm expecting you to spend about 15 to 30 minutes, okay, on the short YouTube reviews. This is actually not a long period of time. And when you read the short YouTube reviews, there may be some points, some topic that are quite complicated, or you have completely forgotten them. So at your own time, when you review the YouTube clips, you can replay certain points again, okay? And for a past paper, after you review the important concepts, then you spare sometimes 45 minutes to 1 hour on the past paper practices. I will advise you to spare 3 mornings or 3 afternoons or 3 nights, okay? 3 hours, okay, for each of the revision sessions. And for each week, you'll spend about 3 to 4 days on the revisions. So totally for each week, you should be spending about 9 to 12 hours, okay, on liberal studies. And for all other subjects, you should be spending about 12 hours as well. Okay, you will be saying that, oh, this is a big number. I have 5 subjects, 12 hours per day. That means I have to study 60 hours per week. No. For if you have 5 subjects, this is actually not the case. On average, you are just spending about 7 hours on study. You are supposedly to stay home during this suspension period. So actually, even if you are not staying home, or otherwise, even if school is back to normal, you will be staying 7 to 8 hours per day, hours per day at school anyway. So I don't think 9 to 12 hours is actually a big number. Actually, most of the people in Hong Kong are doing the same. 其實你咁樣諗啦，你都係你用多1個月嘅時間，咁你都以後唔使讀㗎啦已經。咁你捱埋呢1個月啦，1至2個月啫。Okay, all the notes you have the electronic versions on the Google Drive. And if you have done some exam practice, feel free to email me or WhatsApp me. I will try to mark it and provide you with the comments as soon as possible, not more than a week. Alright, so that's all for this first episode. Today I will be uploading another episode on globalizations, so pay attention to that. Alright, that's all.